Hello, broadcasters. Welcome to episode 158 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. My name's Geige, and I'm here with Dan, of course. Dan, how are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. It's been a good week. Been enjoying the new year. Hope it's the same for everyone else. For anyone new here, Dan and I are the founders of StreamYard, and we do these town halls every single Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we do them for a few reasons. One is to stay in tune with you guys, go through the same flow that all of you do with your own shows, go through the same motions. Two is to answer any of your questions. So if there's any topics you'd like us to touch on tonight, feel free to leave them in the chat. We'll do our very best to get to them. We love discussing things with you guys, so definitely feel free to let us know what you'd like to talk about. And then I always mention the three pillars of StreamYard, which are ease of use, stability, and professional stream. So if you're about those three things, StreamYard is the tool for you. I see lots of people hanging out tonight from all over the world. Very cool. I think I saw Taiwan and San Francisco. It's awesome. Germany. Nice to see you here, Sven. All right. Before I forget, we have lots of awesome shows. So we got the StreamYard Spotlight. I need to correct this banner. It's now the second Thursday of every month, which is a show featuring you guys. Dana and Kelsey interview folks from the community and highlight how they're having success with live streaming. So if you're looking for inspiration, definitely tune in there. Or if you'd like to be featured, reach out to Dana. We also have YouTube channel reviews with Dee and Daniel Batal the second Saturday of every month. Really great show if you're looking to get started on YouTube, or if you're already started and looking to up your game. Really useful to get live feedback on things like how you can improve your titles or thumbnails and things like that. It's a great show. We have Enhance Your Live Streaming the last Tuesday of every month with Nick Nimmin. Definitely a live streaming pro. He has awesome tips during those shows, so definitely check that out specifically for live streaming. And then we have live stream reviews with Christian and Charles the first and third Saturday at noon PST. Really fun show where they hang out with everyone doing live reviews of live streams. So it's a lot of fun. And then for anything else that isn't covered by those shows, we have open office hours with Julie and Mel in the Facebook group. You can find that group if you just go to Facebook and type in StreamYard Community at 11 a.m. Eastern. Cool. Also, lately we've been doing fun facts every stream, so we get to know a little bit more about you, and you get to know a little bit more about us. This week's was kind of funny. It was most useless talent. What's your most useless talent, Dan?
I love that one. Yeah, it's tough to think of these, isn't it? Most useless talent. For me, I think I have a weird memory for dates, so I'll remember like the day that certain things happened, whether in my own life or in history, and then also for some reason song lyrics. So when I'm listening to a song, I'll remember the lyrics after listening to it once or twice, which is cool, but pretty useless. So how about you?
Yeah, that's I'm terrible with song lyrics, so maybe I would appreciate that talent. I wish I had it. It
never comes in handy, but yeah.
I think mine's more useless than yours. I can say the alphabet backwards as fast as I can say it forward. So there's a useless talent for
that.
me.
Is pretty useless. Although if you're getting like a drunk test or something, don't they ask you to do that?
I don't think backwards. That would be particularly challenging.
It's
just forwards, I think. Cool. So Wisco Ted has a question. Any chance in the future to record multiple clips using the record only feature without having to return to the dashboard when ending recording? Any thoughts on that one, Dan?
Yeah, it's definitely something we're interested in doing in general, just making recording better, like adding more features around recording. So yeah, very interested in it. Probably not super soon, but it's something we're already thinking about.
Cool. So yeah, stay tuned on that one. Ted, we are seeing more and more folks using StreamYard, not just for live streaming, but for making the recording. So we definitely want to make it as easy to use as possible. Hank says, used comments on screen for last session for the first time. Awesome.
Cool.
The Curse of Oak Island says, wish you would be on for 1 hour. Appreciate that, Curse. We do have, it was one of our announcements for tonight, the StreamYard big summit, the big quarterly summit this week, where we'll be on for even longer than, well, not just us, but a bunch of folks. And we'll also be making some exciting announcements. I'm just trying to find my banner here on the 20th. So it's the StreamYard Connect Summit. So you can find it at that link. We'll be hosting it on Hopin, but it'll be a super fun event. We have the Think Media team speaking. We have Rachel Miller and Marco. It'll be a great event where They cover everything from growing a community to tech and best practices. But also, we're going to be announcing some really big features, things that have definitely come up many times in these shows. So you'll definitely want to be there for that. As well as I think we're going to do some live Q&A too with not just Dan and I, but also some of the designers and engineers and the product team. Is that right, Dan?
Yeah, that's the plan. Should be fun.
So yeah, check that out. Dave says, while showing a video during the stream, sports highlights, can I control the video? One frame forward, one frame, I assume backward, etc. We would love this feature. That's a good question, Dave. So one thing you can do that we added recently was the video sharing feature. So right now, the video clips are basically for something that you're just going to play beginning to end, like an intro video or an outro video, or a mid-roll type thing. But for something where you kind of want to do commentary and maybe pause and scrub back and scrub forward, you can use, if you click the share button at the bottom, there's an option to select a video file from the computer itself, so you can actually pause and I don't know about it, one frame exactly might be a bit difficult, but it's pretty easy to just scrub slightly back and forward. So if you're already aware of that feature and you want it to be or you're looking for something else, let us know. But if maybe that is solving what you're looking for.
Yep.
That was actually another topic. While we're on that note, another topic we had for tonight was sharing feedback on that specific feature. Curious how many of you are using video sharing compared to the video clips, and if there's anything you'd like to see changed or added to it, let us know.
Yeah, and also interested what types of things you're using it for, like what types of videos you've been sharing.
Absolutely.
There's definitely a lot of use cases.
Have Hopes Football Hut says, hey guys, would love to have more guests in the green room. My subs have been asking for this for ages. I'd be super curious, Have Hopes, how many you'd like to have. I think right now, what's the limit now, Dan? 10?
10 on basic, 12 on pro.
Awesome. So yeah, I'd be curious, Football Hut, if what the number is, if it's 15, if it's 20, if it's the type of thing where you need them all in the studio, or there could be sort of like a separate area. I'd be curious to know how you'd like that to work.
Yeah, and just a guess here, but is the use case that you have your entire audience and you want one from your audience to kind of be able to chat with you? Is that sort of why you're hoping to do it, where you send out a link to everyone in your audience? Just hoping to learn more.
Hey, Dean, it's nice to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Ball So Hard TV says, will you ever have a video like picture in picture? So we do have the picture in picture layout for screen sharing. So if you're sharing your screen, you can use that layout. We'll show it when we do the giveaway tonight. If you need for video, I misread the question. Will you ever have video in video? Any thoughts on that one, Dan?
So that'd be like 2 videos. Is that what you're thinking it is?
Or maybe picture in picture with video sharing, or does picture in picture work with the video sharing?
So that works, yeah. So if you're just trying to have like a video is full screen and then you're in the bottom corner, like your camera's in the bottom corner, that we do have with the picture in picture layout. If you're trying to get a second video in there, maybe let us know.
Cool. Dave says, any way for guests to verbally talk with each other without the audience hearing, maybe during a video clip that's playing? So right now, no, Dave, it's only when they're on screen that people can actually communicate. They can use like the private chat if you're a host or someone that's looking to communicate with a guest who can't actually hear you. But if that is something, it sounds like it is, you'd like to see, I'd be curious how exactly you'd want it to work. If you'd want a sort of separate area for that, or if it'd be the type of thing where everybody in the backstage can communicate, but just the audience can't hear, let us know.
Yeah. And with the video sharing feature, you can actually talk during it, but you're talking into the show. So the echo is kind of like, you don't have to worry about echo with the video clips. There can be some echo, which is why we mute your mic. But yeah, with that one, you can actually keep talking, but everyone will hear it. It's not like a private discussion like you're talking about here.
Absolutely. Carl says, question, I made a PowerPoint slide to use in a show and added music, but the music didn't play. Any reason why? So right now, Carl, the way Google Slides and the PowerPoints are used is they essentially get converted into a PDF. So anything that involves animations or music isn't going to be brought through in the slides. At some point, hopefully we can make some additions to change that. But right now, it's mostly useful for just sharing a static type of PowerPoint that doesn't really have any dynamic media. All right, let's see what else we have here. Sounds like quite a few folks want to be on the StreamYard Spotlight. Definitely reach out to Dana, or just email contact@streamyard.com. That's an easy way to get in touch with Dana. Ted's talent was wiggling the ears. That's a good one. I think I can slightly do it. Not a whole lot of movement, but a little bit.
Cool. I remember in elementary school, there was always a few people that could do it, and everyone else was always pretty jealous. So that one actually was useful at a certain age.
All right. Quite a few folks also plus wanting the recording editions. Good to know.
Yep.
Sandy Hill says, can we adjust the pre-record default date to same day and not the day after? This drives me crazy. Thanks for the feedback there, Sandy. Any thoughts on that one, Dan?
Cool. Interesting. Is it just because you're always having to change it to the same day, or because you think that it's the same day and it actually ends up being a day later, so you schedule it at the wrong time?
Yeah, let us know, Sandy. It'd be super useful. It actually bugs me as well, but I think for me it's because I'm testing it and I want it to be scheduled right away. So I'm not the best example.
Yeah. A lot of people do schedule them pretty far in advance.
Awesome, David. Excited to see you there. There'll also be networking at it too, so it could be a fun way, for people in the chat that are familiar with each other to actually get some face-to-face time with some other folks in the community. Could be fun.
Cool.
Sounds like Barb will be there too. Nice to see you here, Barb.
Perfect.
Don says, why are we getting an error on destinations? I put on 5 and one had an error during my live. So it depends on the destination, Don. The best suggestion I have is to just reach out to support. If you go to streamyard.com/contact with some information about the destination, they can probably help you out. It might be related to permissions or something like that.
Cool.
All right. Wisco Ted says, any idea why my stream would lag when going live? I have a wired connection, no other devices connected. If the internet's not a problem, Ted, the only thing I can think of that could be affecting lag would just be if there's a lot going on in the computer, like if you're sharing a really large file or there's other things running in the background. That's my best guess. Any thoughts on that one, Dan?
Yeah. And sometimes it depends if it's consistent as well. Like I've had the odd time, even with like I'm on a wired internet connection as well. And once in a while, even a few weeks ago, I had some quality issues. So you can sometimes get it. But if it's always like that, that's kind of a different discussion. Either way, if you reach out to our support team, they can probably help you sort of troubleshoot and learn more about it.
Dave says, yes, I share the videos that way, but can't do super controlled frames forward or backward. Thanks. Appreciate the clarification there. Dave, any thoughts on that one, Dan?
Yeah, I guess if you're sharing like a sports stream or something, and you want to just go a couple frames at a time. Yeah, I'm not sure the best way to do that other than like screen sharing a program where you can go frame by frame. And I'd be curious, is it actually frame by frame that you need to go, like exactly frame by frame, or is it just a little more granular than what you have now? And also, could you just share a shorter video and then the bar is going to be like you can get a little more granular? Does that solve it for you?
Let us know. Sounds like Carl would be a fan as well.
Cool.
All right. We have a question from Dean. Any chance we can get the UI live stream broadcast dashboard key transition controls moved closer to the top of the screen? Yes, I think we've talked about this one before. Dean, appreciate the suggestion. I think the way that we hope to accomplish this at some point is to just give people more flexibility in general in terms of where they want controls to be. So stay tuned on that one. I know you've been asking for a long time.
Yeah, because I think some people would want maybe the layout keys, which I think is what you're always asking for, is the layout stuff closer to the top, where some people maybe don't change the layout at all and they'd want comments closer to the top or something else. So yeah, trying to think about that in general. But yeah, I appreciate the persistence.
Yes, it's useful. All right, we have James. Sounds like video sharing. Use video sharing. It's perfect, but it would be great to be able to change the title. Any thoughts on that one, Dan?
Yeah, that's something I think we'll fix pretty soon, or I shouldn't say fix, but add the ability to kind of customize the title for video sharing pretty soon.
Awesome. Joe says video sharing is great. Aired a 42-minute after holiday special using it last night. Awesome. Happy to hear that, Joe.
Oh, cool.
Buzzit says our clients use SY for speaker events and would really love to poll, Buzzit chat, and Q&A messages on screen. How many SY users do we need to make this happen? Thanks. Appreciate that. Buzzit,
Cool.
I'll have to check it out. I haven't actually used Buzzit before. There's a few ways we could accomplish it. One's obviously just a direct integration. One thing we have considered is just maybe making StreamYard a bit more flexible in terms of the types of things you can bring into the studio. So definitely noted, and I'll check out Buzzit. Sounds like thanks Football Hut for the clarification on the number backstage. Sounded like another 20 backstage would be ideal.
Cool. Yeah, that's always something we were looking into in a few different ways. So we'll see.
All right. Dimebag Darren says, please pay attention to me. If you could let me know the question again, Dimebag, I sometimes miss them.
We do get a lot of questions across all the platforms. So that's why sometimes even if you're on one platform and it seems like maybe there's not a lot, across all of them, there's quite a few.
Yes. Mike's Auto Detailing says, that's cool. I'm curious if you stream about your shop, Mike. That's awesome. Will I ever be able to use Chrome on iPad to stream?
I hope so. Yes.
Right now you can stream from an iPad, but it's just Safari at the moment. But yeah, stay tuned for that one, Mike.
Yeah, there's kind of some, just to get like without going into too much detail, there's kind of some weirdness with browsers on iOS devices, so on iPads and iPhones. Basically, like even Chrome is kind of like Safari. Like it uses a lot of the same technology as Safari just because Apple requires browsers to do that. So like the Chrome on Android and the Chrome on iPhones and iPads are not really the same thing. The Chrome on iPads is actually almost closer to Safari. So that's something that maybe will change in the future, but in general, I think it will be possible to use Chrome. It's just like it won't be exactly the same as the Chrome you're used to. It'll be kind of like this. It'll look the same, but performance-wise, it'll kind of be like Safari. We'll see what happens, but yeah, hopefully at some point.
Cool. Darren says, yes, the ability to mute someone's output to the stream at any time, but not to the members of the panel. Assume that is this going on. So yes, not at the moment, Darren. It sounds similar to the question before in terms of like allowing people to communicate backstage. We are exploring different ways that are connected both to some of the requests in terms of more people in general and then enhanced communication. So our product designers are working through different possibilities, but at the moment, not yet.
Cool. And also curious, we usually ask this as like a follow-up for all kinds of different questions. What the use cases are, like what you're trying to do that would require that. That's always useful to make sure we're able to like think through all possibilities.
Francesco says, finally seeing live because I'm home in Switzerland. My home is usually it's Switzerland at 3 a.m., but now in Dubai waiting for the flight. Well, awesome. Thanks for tuning in, Francesco.
Cool. I'd be curious what time it is in Dubai.
I don't know.
Pretty early, I would guess.
T-Shirts Matter says, I produced an event on January 11th called Social Media Rockstar with 8 musicians playing a 20-minute set, including one Taylor Swift cover.
Cool.
Co-host had 550,000 followers. Awesome. Congrats, T-Shirts Matter.
That's awesome.
All right. Let's see what else we had here. Hannah says, thank you all for the knowledge. Going to be using StreamYard for my daughter's 100K celebration on YouTube. Wow. Congrats to her. That's fantastic. This will be her first live on YouTube. About how long do you think her first live will be? Maybe how long it should be? I think it totally depends on what you're comfortable with. I don't think there's like a set limit. If you think there's interesting things to share, or there's enough questions to go for 30 minutes, great. If it's an hour, great, or more. I think it totally just depends on your format and your show.
Yeah, I'd say we see successful content all the way from a minute or 30 seconds or something. Although live streams usually like at least a minute. But yeah, some people stream for hours and hours and hours. So yeah, kind of just depends what you're used to, how long the videos that she shoots usually are, and just how much content you actually have to deliver. So I don't think there's an ideal time.
Cool. Anna K says, is StreamYard working on integration with Zoom, one that would allow us to stream a Zoom meeting in StreamYard and not lose the screen when someone screen shares in the Zoom? So we're not currently working on an integration with Zoom, Anna K. I'd be curious the main sort of thing you're trying to accomplish in terms of using the Zoom meeting with StreamYard versus just bringing people in, that'd be useful. But unfortunately, nothing at the moment. So make sure we don't run out of time. Dan, should we go ahead and queue up the giveaway?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. So tonight, for anyone that hasn't participated before, Dan and I always do giveaways during these town halls. Tonight we'll give away the StreamYard sweater that we're both wearing, and also that pillow that Dan has in the background there. To be eligible to win, you just type in #theyard on whatever platform you're watching from, and you'll be eligible. We'll give you guys maybe 30 seconds or so here to get all of those in. And if you're interested in doing your own giveaways, we actually made this tool available to everybody. So if you just go to StreamYard.com/giveaway, you could actually run these during your own streams just by screen sharing it, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. All right. Soyla says, I only have 4 megabits per second on speed test. Is that a big problem to go live on StreamYard? Not necessarily, Soyla. If you're the only one streaming at the time when you're using StreamYard, 4 megabytes per second should actually be enough. If you do have other people in your house that are like uploading files or doing things that'll obviously eat into that, and it might be more difficult to stream smoothly, but that should be enough if you're the only one using it at the time.
Yeah, one thing we always mention too is speed isn't necessarily as important as stability of your connection. So the speed does need to be a certain amount, but 4 megabits per second, like if it is at a constant, really solid connection, like if you're hardwired in, so you have like an Ethernet cable plugged in and it's solid, it's not fluctuating very much, that could be totally fine. If like some people will often have a really good connection, like their upload speed is 50 megabits per second, but it's really kind of variant, that will still not look great. So yeah, stability I find is a lot more important, although you do still need like a kind of baseline of upload speed, but 4 megabits per second should be fine. Cool.
Awesome.
Shall we?
Yes, let's run it.
Okay, so you said for a hoodie and a pillow. Good luck, everyone.
Are you guys prospecting? Congrats so much. Congrats. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. If you email contact@streamyard.com, Dana can get your information to mail you your brand new StreamYard hoodie and pillow. Congrats again.
Cool. Congrats.
All right, let's see what else we had here. Sabrina said, do you think StreamYard will ever be able to stream live to Instagram? I certainly hope so, Sabrina. So as you probably know, right now it's not possible, but I would guess at some point Instagram will likely open it up. I obviously don't know for sure, but I definitely hope so.
And for anyone watching this wondering what Geige means by not possible, it's just that Instagram doesn't allow apps to stream to it, and you can only stream to Instagram from your phone right now. They just like ban anything that tries to stream from outside. So hopefully at some point.
The Finn's Tailgate says, hey guys, I'm new to the game. Only been added about 2 months with a sports podcast. Other podcasts are approaching me to put contacts on their network. How can I broadcast onto streams at the same time? So if you're talking about streaming to social networks, that's built right into StreamYard. You can just select the destinations that you want to go live to, but I feel like you might be talking about different podcasting networks. In that case, I assume you would just download the podcast and then host it wherever you like, but I might be misunderstanding the question. So let me know, Finn's Tailgate. You have any thoughts on that one, Dan?
Yeah, I'd kind of a similar thought.
So yeah,
but yeah, if it is just a matter of like you're streaming to a YouTube channel right now and you need to stream to another one, that you can definitely do on StreamYard, no problem. But yeah, maybe let us know.
Stefan says, hey, Dan and Geige, good to see you both. Good to see you, Stefan. Happy to be here once again. Launching my new Spin It Social Hour. Let's talk social media for social good this Wednesday. Congrats on that.
Cool.
Guest is cancer thriver Tim McDonald, ambassador for Fight Colorectal Cancer. Fantastic. Thanks, Stefan. Carl says, thanks for the clarification, Carl. Trying to go frame by frame is very hard, and I can't seem to do it because I try to show or do some sports highlights. It'll be great to go back and forth, but it's tough with video sharing.
Okay.
Any additional thoughts on that one, Dan?
Yeah, we'll have to try it out and see like how granular we can make it, or if there's anything we can kind of improve there. But yeah, it sounds like it actually is frame by frame. Like you literally want to move.
Yeah, the exact frame at a part of the sports highlight. Yep.
Yeah. Would you want some kind of like, would you want like an arrow key or something to be able to like literally move through frame by frame instead of dragging? Is that kind of the ideal? Something we'll have to dig into more.
Absolutely. Zeb says, I noticed that when I use the virtual background, it slows the video. Any reason why that happens? So I'd be curious, Zeb, if you're using the like actual green screen or the, well, you say virtual, so I assume actually not that you're using the virtual one. So it does use your computer to do that processing to actually remove the background. So if you have an older computer and it's not powerful enough to run that feature, it will cause it could cause your video to slow down. That's my best guess. And in order to put yourself in the best situation, just make sure you have everything else closed, and that at least will give you a better chance of it going smoothly. But it might just be the how powerful the computer is.
Yeah, like anything with graphics, strong graphics card or anything like that will do quite well. Anything that doesn't have any sort of graphics card actually might not even be able to do it in the first place. But like a weaker graphics card, like a Chromebook, for example, might struggle a bit because it's not a very high-powered device, whereas a massive Windows desktop will have or should have no problem at all doing it, especially if there's like a separate graphics card. But yeah, it's one of the more intense features on StreamYard. Like it uses a bit more power than other ones. Same with screen sharing. It's a little more intensive than just sharing your camera, for example. But should still work on most devices.
Eduardo says, how many brands can I create? I always forget the exact number. There's quite a few. Do you recall?
I think it's 10 right now.
So right now it's 10. Eduardo, curious if that's enough for you. Let us know. All right. We're just about out of time here, but I'll try to get through a few more questions. Francesco says, will it be possible to set a layer overlay for each guest to view, for example, custom ID graphics following each guest?
Cool. So not right now. That would be very cool. Something we're open to. Something we might want to explore, but yeah, not right now.
Cool. And then what I think I might not fully understand it, Dan, is that just tying specific overlays to a guest?
Yeah, I think so. At least that's my sense.
Cool. All right.
But yeah, just making graphics, handling graphics and making it look good in all types of layouts is something we're definitely interested in.
Bill says, submitted info a while ago for church programming, waiting to hear back from you. Thanks for the submission, Bill. We'll have to double check that.
Cool.
Chris says, we love StreamYard, but what's the chance of getting better integration / abilities like transitions when using this for pre-recorded streams? So we're constantly iterating, Chris. We are announcing some exciting stuff at the summit this week, so check that out. So I'd say the chance is very high. So in specifically for pre-recorded streams, right now it's fairly basic in terms of just whatever you upload, we stream out, but we're definitely open to doing more things like the ability to integrate the comments onto it and things like that. So stay tuned.
Cool. Yeah, and I'd actually be curious what exactly you'd be looking for from pre-recorded streams. I mean, yeah, is it something to do with comments in real time? Because you can always do a recording on StreamYard and have all the animations and everything, and then you have that recording and then you can stream that recording. But maybe you also want to like animate comments on top of that or something. Yeah, would just be curious a little more.
Thanks, Curse. I appreciate the suggestion there. That question does come up quite a bit. Says, I use iRig for live calls and it works fantastic. Good to know.
Would that be for phone calls? Like
I believe that's right. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. There's still quite a few questions here, so we'll have to do our best to get to them next time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. This was episode 158 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. We'll see you guys next week at the same time, Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific.
See you next week, everyone.